Starting off strong at number 1, Street Fighter 6 represents the pinnacle of the franchise, with its revolutionary gameplay systems and stunning visuals optimized for PS5. This latest entry introduces the Drive system, which adds incredible depth to combat while remaining accessible to newcomers through modern controls. The World Tour mode delivers a surprisingly robust single-player experience, where you create your own fighter and explore Metro City while learning from legendary characters. Battle Hub serves as a social space, bringing the arcade atmosphere to your home with avatar customization and casual matches. The netcode is exceptional, with rollback implementation ensuring smooth online battles across distances. Character roster balances classic favorites like Ryu and Chun-Li with exciting newcomers such as Kimberly and Marisa. Graphics push the RE engine to its limits, with detailed character models and dynamic stages that react to combat. Moving to number 2, Street Fighter V Champion Edition bundles all previous content into one complete package, perfect for PS5 players. This definitive version includes every character released during the game's lifecycle, totaling over 40 fighters with distinct playstyles. The V system mechanics with V triggers and V reversals create dramatic comeback moments and strategic depth. Story mode cinematics rival quality fighting game narratives, with character-specific campaigns exploring motivations. Training mode offers comprehensive tools, helping players master complex combos and setups. The competitive scene remains vibrant years after launch, with regular tournaments and active online lobbies. PS5 enhancements deliver faster loading times and stable performance during intense matches. While not built specifically for next-gen hardware, the overall package represents tremendous value for arcade fighting enthusiasts. At number 3, Street Fighter 30th Anniversary Collection delivers nostalgia and history spanning 3 decades of the franchise. This compilation includes 12 classic titles, from the original Street Fighter through Third Strike, representing the evolution of fighting games. Online functionality breathes new life into these retro experiences, allowing players to compete globally in their favorite versions. The museum features concept art, character bios, and behind-the-scenes content, fascinating for series fans. Games run smoothly, with filters available for authentic CRT aesthetics or crisp modern displays. Training modes vary between titles, but later entries offer decent practice options. Playing through each version reveals how mechanics evolved and innovations were introduced over time. Not every game aged perfectly, but experiencing franchise history in one package justifies inclusion for collectors and competitive players alike seeking authentic arcade ports. Number 4 brings Street Fighter Alpha 3 Max, originally a PSP exclusive, now accessible on modern platforms through various collections. This anime-styled entry expands the Alpha series roster to over 30 characters, including exclusive fighters. The combat system introduces isms, allowing players to choose between different super meter configurations, affecting playstyle significantly. Dramatic battles pit 2 players against 1 opponent, creating chaotic 3-person matches. World Tour mode returns with stat building and character unlocks through progression. Graphics maintain the gorgeous sprite work the Alpha series is renowned for, with fluid animations and vibrant colors. Story elements bridge gaps between Street Fighter 1 and 2, expanding lore. While not always available standalone on PS5, tracking down compilations containing this version rewards players with one of the most content-rich entries. Coming in at number 5, Capcom Fighting Collection assembles 10 classic Capcom arcade fighters beyond just Street Fighter titles. This collection spans franchises including Darkstalkers, Red Earth, and various crossover games, representing Capcom's fighting game legacy. Each title receives online play implementation with rollback netcode, ensuring smooth competitive matches. Museum mode contains extensive galleries with artwork, music, and design documents. Training modes help players learn mechanics specific to each unique game. The variety ensures fighting game fans discover gems they might have missed during original arcade runs. PS5 performance delivers flawless emulation with customizable display options. While Street Fighter content is limited compared to dedicated collections, the breadth of quality fighters and excellent preservation work makes this essential for arcade enthusiasts wanting diverse experiences. At number 6, The King of Fighters 15 stands as SNK's flagship offering, exceptional team-based fighting action. This latest installment features 39 characters at launch, with additional DLC fighters expanding options. The 3 vs 3 team battle format creates unique dynamics as players strategize character order and resource management. Shatter Strike and Max Mode mechanics enable explosive combos and dramatic turnarounds. Online rollback netcode finally brings KOF to modern standards with stable matches. Story mode concludes the current saga with cinematic cutscenes and character interactions. Graphics blend detailed 3D models with flashy special effects, maintaining series aesthetic. DJ Station allows custom soundtrack selection from franchise history. While different from Street Fighter's one-on-one focus, KOF delivers comparable arcade thrills with distinct gameplay identity. Number 7 showcases Guilty Gear Strive, pushing anime fighters to new heights with revolutionary visuals and accessible gameplay. Arc System Works' signature 3D models, animated like 2D sprites, reach perfection here with cinematic camera angles during matches. The Roman cancel system offers creative combo extensions and defensive options, rewarding experimentation. Roster features diverse characters from heavy grapplers to zoning specialists, ensuring varied matchups. Story mode presents a lengthy anime movie experience separate from arcade battles. Online lobby system with pixelated. Number 7 showcases Guilty Gear Strive, pushing anime fighters to new heights with revolutionary visuals and accessible gameplay. Arc System Works' signature 3D models, animated like 2D sprites, reach perfection here with cinematic camera angles during matches. The Roman cancel system offers creative combo extensions and defensive options, rewarding experimentation. Roster features diverse characters from heavy grapplers to zoning specialists, ensuring varied matchups. Story mode presents a lengthy anime movie experience separate from arcade battles. Online lobby system with pixelated avatars creates charming social spaces between matches. Rollback netcode implementation sets the standard for fighting game online play. Soundtrack delivers hard rock anthems, perfectly matching the game's intense energy. Though mechanically distinct from Street Fighter, Strive captures similar arcade competitive spirit with fresh presentation. At number 8, Tekken 8 represents Bandai Namco's premier 3D fighting franchise entering next-generation hardware. This latest entry introduces the Heat system, adding aggressive offensive options and combo extensions. Character roster balances returning favorites with newcomers, featuring unique martial arts styles. Story mode continues the Mishima saga with dramatic cutscenes and character-focused chapters. Arcade Quest mode teaches mechanics through a nostalgic journey reminiscent of classic arcade experiences. Graphics leverage Unreal Engine 5, showcasing incredibly detailed character models and destructible stages. Online features comprehensive ranked modes and casual lobbies with smooth netcode. Training mode provides robust tools for mastering complex juggle combos. While 3D fighting differs significantly from Street Fighter's 2D plane, Tekken offers comparable depth and competitive longevity for arcade fighting enthusiasts. Number 9 delivers Mortal Kombat 1, rebooting the legendary franchise with timeline-altering narrative consequences. This reimagining introduces cameo fighters, providing assist attacks, adding strategic layers to traditional 1v1 battles. Fatal blows and fatalities remain gloriously over the top, with next-gen graphics enhancing brutal details. Story mode presents a cinematic campaign rivaling Hollywood productions, with surprising character developments. Invasions mode offers seasonal single-player content with progression rewards and challenges. Roster features classic characters reimagined with fresh movesets and designs. Online features King of the Hill lobbies and competitive ranked ladders. While Mortal Kombat emphasizes different aspects than Street Fighter, including environmental interactions and extreme violence, both share arcade fighting DNA and competitive communities. Rounding out the list at number 10, Grand Blue Fantasy vs. Rising expands the original with enhanced mechanics and additional content. This anime fighter features characters from the popular mobile RPG, translated into accessible yet deep fighting game mechanics. The ultimate skill system allows devastating attacks that can shift match momentum dramatically. Character designs maintain gorgeous Arc System Works visual quality with detailed animations. Online lobbies feature chibi avatars exploring hub areas between matches. While the roster skews toward Grand Blue fans, gameplay mechanics provide solid foundation for competitive play, appealing to broader fighting game audiences seeking anime aesthetics. Starting with Pokémon Legends Arceus, this revolutionary entry completely reimagines the Pokémon formula by introducing open-world exploration and real-time action combat mechanics. Set in the ancient Hisui region, which later becomes Sinnoh, players experience a feudal Japan-inspired world where Pokémon are still wild and mysterious creatures, feared by most people. The gameplay breaks away from traditional turn-based battles by allowing you to catch Pokémon directly in the overworld through stealth and quick reactions. You can craft items, gather resources, and complete research tasks to fill the first Pokédex, which adds a sense of purpose to every encounter. The Alpha Pokemon system introduces larger, more aggressive variants that provide serious challenges, and the boss battles against noble Pokemon create epic, memorable moments. Graphics showcase beautiful landscapes, from snowy mountains to lush forests, and the seamless transition between exploration and combat keeps the pace engaging throughout your adventure. Moving to our second pick with Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, the first truly open-world mainline Pokemon games that give players unprecedented freedom to explore the Paldea region in any direction. The 3 separate storylines can be tackled in whatever order you prefer, including the traditional gym challenge, stopping Team Star, and hunting down massive Titan Pokemon. Generation 9 introduces new Pokemon with creative designs, and the Terastal phenomenon adds a strategic layer to battles by changing Pokemon types temporarily. The game features full 4-player co-op, allowing friends to explore together, catch Pokemon, and participate in Terra raid battles against powerful crystallized opponents. Character customization is extensive, with numerous clothing options and accessories to personalize your trainer. While the game launched with technical performance issues, the core experience of exploring a vibrant Spanish-inspired region with complete freedom remains exceptional, and updates have gradually improved stability. Third on the list is Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, faithful remakes of the beloved Generation 4 games that introduced players to the Sinnoh region. These remakes maintain the chibi art style and core gameplay of the originals, while adding quality-of-life improvements like experience share and updated graphics. The Underground system returns, enhanced with Pokemon Hideaways, where you can encounter and catch species not normally found in the region. Contest shows make a comeback, letting you showcase your Pokemon in rhythm-based performances, and Super Contest shows add more depth to the side activity. The game preserves the challenging Elite Four battles and gym leader encounters that made the originals memorable, including Cynthia, who remains one of the toughest champions in the series. Post-game content includes the Battle Tower for competitive players and the ability to catch legendary Pokemon from previous generations, making it a comprehensive package for both newcomers and veterans. Coming in fourth is Pokemon Sword and Shield, the games that brought the series to Nintendo Switch with the expansive Galar region inspired by Great Britain. The wild area introduced semi-open world elements, where weather changes affect which Pokemon appear, and players can see creatures roaming in real time. Dynamax and Gigantamax mechanics allow Pokemon to grow massive during battles, creating spectacular moments, especially in stadium gym challenges that feel like major sporting events. The DLC expansions, Isle of Armor and Crown Tundra, add significant content, with new areas, legendary Pokemon, and the ability to explore vast snowy landscapes. Competitive battling received improvements, with rental teams and easier access to optimal stats, making it more welcoming for players interested in online battles. The game streamlines many mechanics from previous entries, and while it removes some features, the overall experience feels polished, and the regional variants of classic Pokemon provide fresh takes on familiar favorites. Fifth on our roster is Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, reimaginings of Pokemon Yellow that blend classic gameplay with mechanics from Pokemon Go. The catching system removes random battles with wild Pokemon, instead requiring motion controls or button presses to throw Pokeballs, similar to the mobile game. Your starter, Pikachu or Eevee, rides on your shoulder or head throughout the journey and can learn exclusive moves that other Pokemon cannot access. Kanto region exploration feels nostalgic, with updated graphics that bring the original locations to life with vibrant colors and detailed environments. Transferring Pokemon from Pokemon Go creates connectivity between the mobile and console experiences, and the park minigame lets you interact with transferred creatures. Partner Pokemon can be dressed in various outfits, adding personality, and the removal of random encounters makes exploration more streamlined, though some players miss traditional wild battles. The game serves as an accessible entry point for newcomers, while offering enough charm to entertain longtime fans. Moving forward with Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, enhanced versions of Generation 7 that expand the Alola region with additional story content and Pokemon. The games introduce the Ultra Recon Squad and explore Ultra Space more thoroughly with new dimensions to visit and legendary Ultra Beasts to capture. Alola's tropical island setting based on Hawaii provides refreshing change from traditional regions, and the trial system replaces gyms with unique challenges that test different skills. Z-moves add powerful once-per-battle attacks that create cinematic moments, and the extensive postgame includes the Battle Tree and Rainbow Rocket episode featuring past villains. The photography system lets you take pictures of Pokémon in their natural habitats, and Mantine Surfing offers a fun minigame for traveling between islands. Regional forms give classic Kanto Pokémon tropical adaptations, and the story explores themes of family and dimensional travel with more depth than the original Sun and Moon versions, providing the definitive Alola experience. Continuing with Pokémon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, masterful remakes of the Generation 3 games that enhance Hoenn with modern features and spectacular presentation. Primal Reversion transforms Groudon and Kyogre into their ancient powerful forms, creating an epic climax to the legendary storyline about land and sea. The DexNav feature revolutionizes wild encounters by showing which Pokémon are nearby and allowing you to chain encounters for better stats and egg moves. Soaring on Latias lets you fly freely across Hoenn, discovering hidden areas and encountering legendary Pokémon in the sky, adding an incredible sense of freedom. Contest Spectaculars return with rhythm-based gameplay, and the Delta episode post-game story introduces Mega Rayquaza and explores space travel. Secret bases can be customized and shared online, creating a social aspect where you battle other players' teams in their personalized hideouts. The remakes respect the originals, while adding enough new content and quality of life improvements to make them the definitive way to experience Hoenn. Next up is Pokémon X and Y, the games that brought the series into full 3D on the Nintendo 3DS, introducing the Kalos region inspired by France. Mega Evolution debuts here, allowing certain Pokémon. Next up is Pokémon X and Y, the games that brought the series into full 3D on the Nintendo 3DS, introducing the Kalos region inspired by France. Mega Evolution debuts here, allowing certain Pokémon to temporarily transform into more powerful forms during battle, adding strategic depth to team building. The Fairy type balances the competitive scene by countering previously dominant Dragon types, and many classic Pokémon receive new Fairy typing. Kalos features diverse environments, from the elegant Lumio City to haunting Pokémon Tower and coastal beaches, creating visual variety throughout the journey. Character customization lets you change your trainer's appearance with different clothes, hairstyles, and accessories for the first time in the series. The exp share affects the entire party, making training more convenient, and the game includes quality of life improvements that streamline many processes. Pokémon Ami introduces bonding mechanics, where you pet and play with your Pokémon, strengthening your connection and providing battle benefits, making the team feel more personal. Nearly finished with Pokémon Black 2 and White 2, direct sequels that continue the Unova story 2 years after the original games, with returning characters and new areas, the sewers, Verbank City with its industrial aesthetic, and the Pokémon World Tournament, where you battle gym leaders and champions from all previous regions. The story explores the aftermath of Team Plasma's defeat and introduces new characters, while showing how familiar faces have grown and changed. Join Avenue creates a social hub that grows based on interactions with other players online, and the shops become more useful as you develop the street. Hidden grottos contain Pokémon with hidden abilities and rare items, encouraging thorough exploration. The difficulty options let experienced players face tougher challenges, and the Memory Link feature connects to the original Black and White games, unlocking additional scenes and content, creating the most complete Unova experience possible. Rounding out our list with Pokémon Heart Gold and Soul Silver, beloved remakes of the Generation 2 games, widely considered among the best entries in the entire franchise. The games perfectly capture the magic of the originals, while adding modern conveniences like updated graphics, touchscreen functionality, and physical special split for moves. The Pokewalker accessory lets you transfer Pokémon. Rounding out our list with Pokémon Heart Gold and Soul Silver, beloved remakes of the Generation 2 games, widely considered among the best entries in the entire franchise. The games perfectly capture the magic of the originals, while adding modern conveniences like updated graphics, touchscreen functionality, and physical special split for moves. The Pokewalker accessory lets you transfer Pokémon to a pedometer device, earning experience and finding items through real-world walking, creating a unique connection. Johto and Kanto regions are both fully explorable, effectively giving you 2 regions worth of content, with 16 gym badges to collect. Following Pokémon return from Yellow, with any Pokémon in your party able to walk behind you, showing personality and reactions to different environments. The Safari Zone is customizable, allowing you to create optimal environments for catching specific Pokémon, and the Battle Frontier provides extensive post-game challenges. Legendary encounters are memorable, especially the roaming beasts, and the climactic battle with Red atop Mount Silver remains one of gaming's most iconic moments, making these remakes timeless classics. Kicking off our list at number 1 is Red Dead Redemption 2, an expansive open-world western that shares the same outlaw protagonist DNA as Star Wars Outlaws. You step into the boots of Arthur Morgan, a member of the Van der Linde gang navigating the dying days of the Wild West in 1899. The game excels at creating an immersive world where every decision carries weight and consequences ripple through the narrative. Combat blends gunslinging action with tactical cover mechanics, while the Deadeye system allows for precise targeting during intense shootouts. The open world is breathtakingly detailed, with dynamic weather systems, realistic wildlife behavior, and countless random encounters that make exploration rewarding. Side activities range from poker games and hunting legendary animals to helping strangers in need or robbing trains for profit. The honor system tracks your moral choices, affecting how NPCs react to your presence and influencing the story outcome. Character development is exceptional, with Arthur's personal journey intertwining beautifully with the gang's struggle for survival against encroaching civilization and Pinkerton agents. Coming in at number 2, we have Cyberpunk 2077, a futuristic open-world RPG set in the neon-soaked metropolis of Night City. You create Ree, a mercenary navigating the dangerous underworld of corporate espionage, gang warfare, and technological body modification. The game offers multiple approaches to missions, allowing stealth, hacking, direct combat, or social manipulation through dialogue choices. Character customization extends beyond appearance, with cyberware implants that grant abilities like slowing time, enhanced vision, or mantis blades for melee combat. The sprawling city is divided into distinct districts, each with unique aesthetics, from the gleaming corporate towers of City Center to the gang-controlled violence of Pacifica. Side quests are thoughtfully crafted, often telling stories as compelling as the main narrative, with meaningful choices that affect outcomes. The recent updates and expansion have significantly improved performance and added substantial content, making it the definitive experience the developers originally envisioned for this ambitious cyberpunk adventure. At number 3 sits Starfield, Bethesda's space exploration RPG that lets you become a member of Constellation seeking answers about mysterious artifacts. The game provides unprecedented freedom to explore over 1,000 planets across multiple star systems, each with unique environments and resources to discover. Ship customization is incredibly deep, allowing you to design vessels from scratch, choosing everything from hull types and weapon systems to interior layouts and crew stations. Combat combines traditional gunplay with zero-gravity encounters and space battles between customized starships. The faction questlines offer branching narratives, where you can join groups like the United Colonies Vanguard or become a space pirate with the Crimson Fleet. Base building lets you establish outposts on planets for resource extraction and crafting advanced equipment. Character progression uses a skill system, where repeated actions unlock new abilities and perks across 5 distinct categories. The main story explores philosophical themes about humanity's place in the universe, while leaving room for countless hours of free-form exploration and emergent gameplay moments. Number 4 brings us Hogwarts Legacy, an action RPG set in the wizarding world during the late 1800s. You play as a 5th-year student who possesses the rare ability to perceive and wield ancient magic, making you central to uncovering a hidden truth that threatens the magical world. The open-world recreation of Hogwarts Castle is stunning, with explorable common rooms, classrooms, and secret passages that reward curiosity. Combat uses a spellcasting system, where combining different magical attacks creates powerful combos against dark wizards, magical creatures, and goblin rebels. The game respects player choice, allowing you to pursue a heroic path or dabble in unforgivable curses, with consequences affecting how characters perceive your actions. Side content includes collecting magical beasts for your vivarium, solving Merlin trials, finding demiguise statues, and completing relationship quests with fellow students. Flying on broomsticks across the Scottish Highlands provides exhilarating traversal, while exploring Hogsmeade Village and surrounding hamlets adds depth to the world building beyond the castle walls. At the halfway point, we find Assassin's Creed Mirage, a return to the franchise roots focusing on stealth and parkour in 9th century Baghdad. You follow Basim ibn Ishaq's transformation from street thief to master assassin within the Hidden Ones organization. The game strips away RPG bloat from recent entries, refocusing on social stealth, crowd blending, and precision assassinations. Baghdad is beautifully realized with 4 distinct districts featuring bustling markets, tranquil gardens, industrial harbors, and the scholarly House of Wisdom. Parkour feels fluid and responsive, with Basim effortlessly scaling buildings, leaping between rooftops, and using poles to swing across gaps. The notoriety system returns, making players consider the consequences of public violence, as guards actively hunt you when awareness is high. Tool variety supports different playstyles, with smoke bombs for escape, throwing knives for ranged takedowns, and blow darts for silent enemy neutralization. Investigation missions require gathering clues and piecing together information before executing elaborate assassination plans against members of the Order of the Ancients, who secretly control the city.
Number 6 showcases Spider-Man 2, the continuation of Insomniac's superhero saga, now featuring both Peter Parker and Miles Morales as playable protagonists. The game expands the map to include Queens and Brooklyn alongside Manhattan, creating a massive playground for web-swinging traversal. Combat Evolution introduces symbiote powers for Peter, granting aggressive new abilities, while Miles refines his bioelectric venom skills. The narrative explores darker themes as Peter struggles with the symbiote's corrupting influence, while Miles steps up to prove himself as an equal Spider-Man. Boss battles are spectacularly choreographed, featuring iconic villains like Kraven the Hunter, Lizard, and Venom in encounters that blend cinematic presentation with engaging gameplay. Side activities include helping citizens with crimes, photographing landmarks, collecting spider bots, and completing friendship missions with supporting characters. The seamless character switching allows you to experience different perspectives on major events, while each Spider-Man's unique abilities encourage varied approaches to combat scenarios and traversal challenges throughout the expanded New York City environment.
At lucky number 7, we have Ghost of Tsushima Director's Cut, a samurai epic set during the Mongol invasion of feudal Japan. You embody Jin Sakai, a warrior forced to abandon traditional samurai honor to become the Ghost, using unconventional tactics to liberate his homeland. The combat system beautifully balances honorable standoffs and direct swordplay with stealthy ghost tactics like smoke bombs and assassinations. Tsushima Island is gorgeously rendered, with sweeping fields of pampas grass, serene bamboo forests, natural hot springs, and ancient shrines that encourage exploration. The guiding wind system replaces traditional UI elements, letting environmental cues direct you toward objectives, maintaining immersion. Legends multiplayer mode adds cooperative gameplay with unique story missions and wave-based survival challenges, featuring supernatural elements absent from the main campaign. Photo mode is incredibly robust, allowing players to capture stunning vistas and intense combat moments with extensive customization options. The Iki Island expansion introduces new regions, story content, and gameplay mechanics, while the PS5 version enhances visuals and adds DualSense features.
Number 8 presents Horizon Forbidden West, continuing Aloy's journey through a post-apocalyptic America reclaimed by nature and mechanical creatures. The game expands significantly on its predecessor, with diverse biomes, including lush jungles, arid deserts, ruined cities, and underwater environments accessible through swimming and diving gameplay. The Slitherfang, Tremor Tusk, and Sunwing present unique challenges, requiring adapted tactics and weapon loadouts. The skill tree offers 3 specializations, focusing on warrior, trapper, or survivor playstyles, with abilities that dramatically affect combat effectiveness. Base building through greenhouse settlements provides resources and unlocks useful gameplay perks, while forming connections with various tribes across the Forbidden West. The main narrative explores humanity's past mistakes and Aloy's destiny as she races against a rogue AI threatening all life on Earth, while uncovering the truth about her origins and the mysterious signal that beckons her westward. Coming in at number 9 is Guardians of the Galaxy, a single-player action-adventure that puts you in the rocket boots of Star-Lord, leading the Misfit team. Unlike other superhero games, you cannot directly control other Guardians, but instead issue tactical commands during combat, creating a strategic leadership dynamic. The game nails the team's personality, with witty banter, constant arguments, and genuine emotional moments that feel authentic to the comic book characters. Combat encounters are chaotic and colorful as you coordinate Groot's entangling vines, Drax's raw power, Gamora's assassination strikes, and Rocket's explosive ordnance, while shooting and jet boosting is Quill. Player choices during conversations and key story moments affect team dynamics and lead to different story branches, though the main narrative remains consistent. The Milano serves as a hub between missions, where you can talk to teammates, pet Cosmo the space dog, and discover collectibles that reveal character backstories. Visually, the game is stunning, with alien worlds featuring unique flora, fauna, and civilizations that capture the cosmic scope of Marvel's space opera setting. Rounding out our top 10 is Jedi Survivor, the sequel that continues Cal Kestis' journey 5 years after the events of Fallen Order. The game significantly expands on its predecessor, with larger, more intricate worlds to explore, including the frontier planet Kobo and the neon cityscape of Coruscant. Lightsaber combat receives major upgrades, with 5 different stances, each offering distinct movesets and tactical advantages against various enemy types. The Metroidvania exploration is more pronounced, with abilities like air dashing and animal riding unlocking previously inaccessible areas, encouraging backtracking and thorough exploration. Customization options are extensive, allowing you to modify Cal's appearance, lightsaber design, and unlock cosmetics through exploration and combat challenges. The story delves deeper into Cal's internal struggle with his role as a Jedi, while introducing compelling new characters and exploring themes of survival and hope during the Empire's reign. Boss encounters against Inquisitors, bounty hunters, and other Force users provide memorable challenges that test your mastery of the combat system and Force abilities throughout this darker, more mature continuation of Cal's journey. Starting our journey at number 1 is Ghost of Tsushima Director's Cut, the definitive samurai experience that serves as the spiritual predecessor to Ghost of Yotei. Set during the first Mongol invasion of Japan in 1274, you play as Jin Sakai, a warrior who must abandon traditional samurai code to become the Ghost and save his homeland. The combat system perfectly balances honorable katana duels with stealth assassinations, allowing players to choose their approach to each encounter. Tsushima Island is breathtakingly beautiful, with rolling hills of pampas grass, tranquil bamboo forests, peaceful hot springs, and ancient shrines scattered throughout the landscape. The guiding wind mechanic replaces traditional UI markers, creating an immersive navigation system that feels natural and unobtrusive. Photo mode is exceptionally robust, letting you capture cinematic moments with Kurosawa film filters and extensive camera controls. The Iki Island expansion adds a substantial new region with its own storyline, exploring Jin's past trauma and introducing new enemy types and gameplay mechanics that deepen the overall experience. Moving to number 2, we have Sekiro: Shadows Die Twice, From Software's brutally challenging take on feudal Japan during the Sengoku period. You control a shinobi known as Wolf on a quest to rescue his young lord and seek revenge against those who severed his arm. The posture-based combat system is unlike anything else, requiring precise timing to deflect enemy attacks and break their guard for devastating death blows. The prosthetic arm offers various tools, like the grappling hook for vertical traversal, flamethrower for beast encounters, and loaded umbrella for blocking powerful attacks. Death is a core mechanic, where you can resurrect once per life, but repeated deaths spread a disease called dragon rot, affecting NPCs and quest outcomes. Boss encounters are legendary tests of skill, demanding pattern recognition and perfect execution, with fights against Genoshido, Guardian Ape, and Ishin ranking among gaming's most memorable duels. The world design encourages exploration, with hidden paths leading to optional bosses, upgrade materials, and lore items that piece together the mysterious narrative.
At number 3 sits Rise of the Ronin, Team Ninja's open-world samurai action game set during the Bakumatsu period, when Japan opened its borders to the west. You create a custom Ronin navigating the political turmoil between those who support the shogunate and those pushing for modernization and imperial restoration. The combat blends traditional Japanese swordplay with newly introduced firearms, creating dynamic encounters where switching between katana and revolver becomes essential. Character customization is extensive, allowing you to shape your Ronin's appearance, fighting style, and moral alignment through choices that affect faction relationships and story outcomes. The open world recreates historical locations like Yokohama and Kyoto with bustling streets, traditional architecture, and period-accurate details. Bond systems let you form relationships with historical figures and fictional characters, leading to unique missions and gameplay benefits. Glider traversal adds verticality to exploration, while the grappling hook enables quick navigation across rooftops and cliffsides, making movement feel fluid and engaging throughout the expansive map.
Number 4 brings us Nioh 2, a challenging action RPG that combines brutal combat with deep character customization and yokai mythology. Set in the late 1500s during Japan's Sengoku period, you play as a half-human, half-yokai warrior called a Shiftling, fighting through historical battles against both human enemies and supernatural creatures. The stance system offers high, mid, and low combat styles for each weapon type, creating incredibly diverse movesets and tactical options during fights. Key pulse mechanics require managing your stamina carefully by timing button presses to recover energy and continue offensive pressure. Spirit transformations let you assume powerful yokai forms, turning the tide in desperate situations with devastating special attacks. Loot systems provide constant equipment drops with randomized stats, encouraging experimentation with different builds and playstyles. Online features include summoning help for difficult missions, clan battles for competitive players, and shared graves showing where other players died with the option to fight their revenant for rare rewards.
Coming in at number 5 is Assassin's Creed Shadows, the latest entry taking the franchise to feudal Japan during the Azuchi Momoyama period. The game features dual protagonists with Nao, a shinobi specializing in stealth and parkour, and Yasuke, the historical African samurai who serves Oda Nobunaga, bringing direct combat prowess. Dynamic seasons affect gameplay, with winter snow revealing footprints, autumn foliage providing cover, and spring festivals creating crowd opportunities for social stealth. Combat has been refined to feel more grounded and realistic, with Yasuke's heavy strikes contrasting sharply against Nao's swift assassinations and acrobatic movement. The open world recreates iconic locations like Himeji Castle, Azuchi Castle, and the streets of Kyoto with meticulous attention to architectural accuracy and cultural details. Customization extends to both characters, with different skill trees, equipment loadouts, and gameplay focuses that encourage switching between them based on mission requirements and personal preference, creating varied experiences throughout the campaign. At the halfway point, we find Elden Ring, From Software's dark fantasy epic that shares the challenging combat DNA with samurai games while adding open-world exploration. You play as a Tarnished seeking to become Elden Lord in the Lands Between, a shattered realm filled with demigods, colossal beasts, and nightmarish creatures. The combat system builds on Dark Souls' foundations, adding jump attacks, guard counters, and weapon arts that provide more offensive options during encounters. The open world design encourages non-linear exploration, with legacy dungeons offering concentrated challenges, while the overworld hides secrets, optional bosses, and upgrade materials in every direction. Spirit Ashes summons allow you to call spectral allies during tough fights, providing strategic options for solo players tackling overwhelming odds. Build variety is staggering, with countless weapon combinations, sorceries, incantations, and armor sets, enabling everything from nimble dex builds to heavy strength tanks or pure magic users. Cooperative and competitive multiplayer seamlessly integrate, letting you summon help or invade other worlds for intense PvP duels. Number 7 showcases Final Fantasy XVI, a dark medieval fantasy that trades turn-based combat for real-time action inspired by Devil May Cry. You follow Clive Rosfield through a revenge-driven story spanning decades as he gains the power of multiple icons, godlike summons that grant spectacular abilities. Combat is fast and flashy, with different icon powers equipped simultaneously, allowing you to chain together devastating combos using abilities from Garuda, Titan, Phoenix, and others. Boss battles reach epic proportions, with icon versus icon clashes that transform into massive kaiju-style confrontations spanning entire landscapes. The mature narrative explores themes of slavery, political intrigue, and the cost of war, with a cast of complex characters whose fates intertwine throughout the branching story paths. Side quests flesh out the world building, revealing the impact of your actions on common people and providing context for the larger conflicts. Arcade mode unlocks after completion, letting you replay boss fights and challenge specific encounters for high scores, encouraging mastery of the combat system. At number 8, we have Stellar Blade, a stylish action game set in a post-apocalyptic Earth where humanity has fled to space. You control Eve, an elite soldier sent to reclaim the planet from mysterious creatures called Natabas that have overrun civilization. Combat system emphasizes perfect timing with parries and dodges that slow time, allowing for punishing counterattacks when executed correctly. Combo variety comes from unlocking new skills and upgrading weapons with different movesets that encourage aggressive play while still rewarding defensive mastery. Exploration takes you through ruined cities, desolate wastelands, and underground facilities, each hiding secrets, collectibles, and challenging optional bosses. The narrative explores themes of identity and what it means to be human, as Eve uncovers the truth about Earth's fall and her own origins. Boss designs are spectacular, featuring massive creatures and powerful humanoid enemies that require learning attack patterns and exploiting weaknesses to overcome their formidable defenses, making each victory feel genuinely earned. Moving to number 9 is Lies of P, a dark retelling of Pinocchio set in a Belle Epoque-inspired city consumed by a puppet uprising.
You play as P, a humanoid puppet seeking to become human while searching for your creator, Geppetto, through the nightmare streets of Krat. The combat borrows heavily from Souls-like design, with stamina management, careful spacing, and learning enemy patterns being essential for survival. The weapon system lets you combine different blades and handles, creating unique movesets with special attacks and stat distributions tailored to your playstyle. The lying mechanic affects story outcomes, where choosing to tell the truth or lie during key moments influences which ending you receive and how characters perceive you. Boss encounters are memorable and challenging, featuring grotesque puppets and corrupted humans that test your mechanical skills and pattern recognition. Level design encourages thorough exploration, with shortcuts that loop back to earlier areas, hidden items that enhance your capabilities, and environmental storytelling that gradually reveals what catastrophe befell the city.
Rounding out our top 10 is Black Myth Wukong, an action RPG based on the classic Chinese novel Journey to the West. You play as the Destined One, a monkey warrior following in the footsteps of the legendary Sun Wukong through Chinese mythology and folklore. Combat is fast-paced and combo-heavy, with a staff that extends and morphs during attacks, creating visually spectacular fights against gods, demons, and mythological creatures. Transformation abilities let you assume different forms during battle, with each providing unique combat advantages and puzzle-solving capabilities throughout the interconnected world. The visuals are stunning, with environments ranging from misty mountain temples and lush bamboo forests to hellish underworld realms and celestial palaces, all rendered with incredible detail. Boss battles draw from Chinese mythology, featuring iconic characters like Erlong Shen and various demon kings, and encounters that mix combat prowess with strategic use of abilities and transformations to emerge victorious from these legendary confrontations. Starting off at number 1, Hell Let Loose delivers an authentic World War II experience with 50 versus 50 player battles across massive maps that demand teamwork and tactical communication. The game focuses heavily on strategic coordination between squads, requiring players to work together using different roles like infantry, tank crews, and recon units to capture sectors and push the front line forward. Combat feels weighty and realistic, with bullets being lethal and positioning mattering more than quick reflexes, making every firefight tense and methodical. The maps are historically inspired and enormous, featuring detailed European battlefields where terrain, cover, and squad cohesion determine victory, rather than individual heroics. Voice communication is essential, as commanders issue orders, supply lines must be maintained, and spawn points need to be strategically placed by squad leaders. The learning curve is steep but rewarding, especially when your team coordinates an effective offensive or defensive maneuver that shifts the battle momentum.
Moving to number 2. Squad brings modern military combat simulation to a large scale, with up to 100 players fighting across expansive open maps that require genuine tactical planning. Each match revolves around squad-based gameplay, where communication, role specialization, and coordinated movement are absolutely critical to success on the battlefield. The game includes various factions with different weapons and vehicles, from infantry squads to armored units and helicopters, all working together to control objectives and territory. Gunplay is realistic and unforgiving, meaning that positioning, cover usage, and teamwork outweigh individual skill, making every engagement feel consequential. Building forward operating bases, managing logistics, and establishing defensive positions adds strategic depth beyond simple shooting mechanics. The community tends to be serious about teamwork, so expect to use voice chat frequently and follow squad leader directions, which creates an immersive military simulation experience that rewards patience and coordination over chaotic run-and-gun gameplay.
At number 3, Insurgency Sandstorm offers intense close-quarters combat in modern Middle Eastern conflict scenarios, with a focus on tactical realism and high lethality gameplay. The game strips away most HUD elements, forcing you to rely on audio cues, visual awareness, and careful movement to survive encounters where a single bullet can end you instantly. Modes range from objective-based attacks and defenses to cooperative scenarios against AI, all featuring tight map design that encourages cautious advancement and smart use of grenades and suppression. Weapon customization is deep, letting you build loadouts that match your playstyle while staying within class-based weight limits that affect your movement speed and stamina. The audio design is exceptional, with gunfire, explosions, and voice lines creating an immersive battlefield atmosphere that keeps tension high throughout matches. Both PvP and PvE modes are well supported, giving players flexibility in how they want to experience the hardcore tactical shooter mechanics without feeling forced into one playstyle.
For number 4, BattleBit Remastered combines large-scale 254-player battles with a blocky, low-poly art style that prioritizes smooth performance and chaotic sandbox warfare. Despite the simple visuals, the gameplay is surprisingly deep, featuring destructible environments, vehicle combat, and class-based teamwork across massive maps with multiple capture points. The destruction system lets players level buildings, create new sightlines, and reshape the battlefield, adding unpredictability to every match as structures collapse under fire. Classes are well balanced, offering distinct roles from medics and engineers to snipers and assault troops, each contributing differently to squad effectiveness and team strategy. The game runs incredibly smoothly, even with hundreds of players on screen, making it accessible to a wide range of PC specs while still delivering intense large-scale combat. Despite its indie origins and visual simplicity, it captures the essence of Battlefield-style gameplay with a focus on emergent moments, teamwork, and all-out warfare that feels fresh and engaging.
Coming in at number 5, Delta Force Hawk Ops returns the classic franchise with modern free-to-play multiplayer focused on large-scale combined arms combat and tactical extraction modes. The game blends traditional conquest-style objective gameplay with newer extraction mechanics, giving players multiple ways to engage with the military shooter formula across diverse map types. Visuals are polished and modern, featuring detailed character models, realistic weapon handling, and dynamic weather systems that affect visibility and tactical options during matches. The free-to-play model is surprisingly fair, with most unlocks being cosmetic or achievable through normal progression, letting skilled players compete effectively without spending money. Vehicular combat includes helicopters, tanks, and transport options that integrate smoothly into infantry gameplay, creating combined arms scenarios where coordination between different unit types leads to victory. The extraction mode adds tension and risk-reward decision-making, as players must decide when to push for objectives or extract with their earned rewards before losing everything.
Next at number 6, PlanetSide 2 stands out as a persistent, massively multiplayer FPS, where 3 factions battle for continental control in never-ending warfare across huge open zones. The scale is unmatched, with battles regularly featuring hundreds of players simultaneously, fighting over bases, outposts, and strategic positions that matter for territorial control. Players can specialize in various classes and vehicle types, from infantry combat to piloting aircraft or driving heavy armor, all contributing to the overall war effort for their chosen faction. The persistence means that battles flow naturally from one base to another, creating organic front lines that shift based on player activity rather than fixed match timers. Joining organized outfits and participating in coordinated operations amplifies the experience, as large groups execute strategic attacks and defenses that can turn the tide of continental conquest. While the game has been around for years, it continues receiving updates and maintains a dedicated community, offering a unique, persistent war experience that no other shooter currently matches.
At number 7, World War III delivers modern military combat with a strong emphasis on customization, tactical gameplay, and objective-based warfare set in real-world locations. The game features a detailed weapon customization system that lets you modify nearly every aspect of your firearms, from optics and barrels to grips and ammunition types. Maps are based on actual cities and conflict zones, providing realistic urban environments where combined infantry and vehicle combat creates dynamic battlefield scenarios. The strike system lets players call in various support options, like airstrikes, drones, and vehicle drops, rewarding good performance with powerful tactical tools that can change engagement outcomes. Gameplay sits between arcade shooters and hardcore simulators, offering accessible gun handling while still maintaining tactical depth and meaningful consequences for poor positioning. Although it had a rocky launch, recent updates have significantly improved stability and content, making it a solid alternative for players seeking modern military shooters with deeper customization than mainstream titles.
For number 8, Call of Duty Black Ops 6 brings the franchise back to espionage-themed action, with refined multiplayer that balances fast-paced gunplay with larger-scale modes. While traditionally more arcade-focused than Battlefield, the Ground War mode offers large maps with vehicles and objective control that captures some of that combined arms warfare feeling. The movement system is smooth and responsive, featuring omnidirectional sliding, dolphin diving, and fluid mantling that keeps the pace energetic without feeling overly chaotic. Multiplayer map design varies from tight 3-lane layouts for quick matches to expansive battlefields for the larger modes, giving players variety in their combat experiences. Gunsmith customization returns with extensive weapon modification options, and the progression system keeps unlocks coming steadily to maintain engagement over time. The production value is extremely high, with polished visuals, excellent audio design, and constant content updates that keep the player base active and engaged months after launch. Coming in at number 9, Arc Raiders offers a unique twist by combining PvPE gameplay, where players battle both each other and dangerous robotic enemies in a sci-fi setting. Teams drop into zones to complete objectives, gather resources, and extract safely, while contending with both AI-controlled mechanized threats and rival player squads hunting the same goals. The setting features a ravaged Earth where massive war machines roam freely, creating dynamic PvE threats that can disrupt player versus player engagements unexpectedly. Loadout customization and character progression systems let you build playstyles that suit your preferred approach. Whether focusing on combat effectiveness, resource gathering efficiency, or stealth innovation, the extraction mechanics add meaningful tension to every match, as you must balance greed for better loot against the risk of losing everything to either AI or enemy players. While it takes inspiration from both Battle Royale and extraction shooters, it carves its own niche with the persistent robotic threat creating 3-way combat scenarios.
Finally, at number 10, Gray Zone Warfare pushes into hardcore tactical extraction territory, with realistic modern combat set in a large open-world environment filled with hostile AI and competing players. The game emphasizes slow, methodical gameplay, where information gathering, careful positioning, and risk assessment matter more than quick reactions or aggressive pushes. Medical systems are detailed, requiring proper treatment of specific injuries rather than simple health regeneration, adding survival elements that make every engagement potentially costly. The open-world structure means you choose your own objectives and approaches, rather than following linear mission design, creating emergent gameplay where player decisions drive the narrative. Weapon handling is realistic, with manual reloading mechanics, realistic ballistics, and weapon maintenance requirements that add depth to the combat simulation. While still in early development, it shows strong potential for players seeking the most hardcore tactical experience possible, blending elements from milsim shooters with extraction gameplay loops.
For number 1, Asphalt Legends Unite throws you right into fast arcade street racing with flashy cars, nitro boosts, and over-the-top tracks that keep the pace intense from the first race. The gameplay focuses on quick matches, drifting through corners, and timing your nitro usage to stay ahead of opponents, making it easy to pick up but satisfying to master over time. The controls feel responsive on the Switch, whether using buttons or analog sticks, and the visual effects like motion blur and glowing nitro trails help sell the sense of speed. As a free-to-play title, it includes unlockable cars, upgrades, and cosmetics, giving you reasons to keep grinding events and daily challenges. Online multiplayer lets you compete against other players, test different car setups, and climb rankings, while single-player modes are still fun if you prefer racing solo. It is a solid option for players who want a mobile-style arcade racer with big production value and a constant feeling of progression.
Moving on to number 2, Disney Speedstorm combines familiar Disney and Pixar characters with competitive kart racing that feels surprisingly fast and skill-based. Each racer has unique abilities inspired by their movies, adding a layer of strategy as you choose characters that match your playstyle, whether aggressive, defensive, or focused on speed boosts. The tracks are set in reimagined Disney worlds, full of shortcuts, hazards, and visual details that fans of the franchises will instantly recognize while racing through them. Handling is tight and responsive, with drifting, boosting, and item usage demanding attention if you want to stay in front. As a free-to-play game, it offers seasonal content, unlockable racers, and upgrade systems that encourage long-term play without forcing you to pay to enjoy the core experience. Online matchmaking and events keep the game feeling active and competitive, making it a great choice if you like character-driven arcade racers with a polished presentation.
At number 3, Trackmania on Switch delivers precision time attack racing, where every millisecond counts, and every mistake is clearly your own. Instead of traditional races against physical opponents, you mainly compete against ghosts, your best times, and leaderboard rivals, which creates a strong focus on skill improvement and track memorization. The tracks are full of loops, jumps, sharp turns, and technical sections that demand you learn the ideal racing line and adapt quickly to the layout. Controls are simple but extremely sensitive, rewarding careful steering and perfect timing, rather than aggressive ramming or item usage. The game shines in short, replayable runs, where you restart instantly after a crash, making it highly addictive as you chase a slightly better time. With community-made tracks and regular challenges, it offers constant variety and is perfect for players who enjoy mastering tough courses rather than just casually cruising. For number 4, Fortnite Rocket Racing transforms the familiar Fortnite universe into a high-speed arcade racer that emphasizes stunts, boosts, and creative track layouts. Races feel dynamic, thanks to vertical sections, wall riding, and sudden jumps that keep you adjusting your trajectory and timing your boosts carefully. The driving model leans toward arcade fun rather than strict realism, which makes it easy to get into, but still offers depth when learning advanced movement and shortcuts. Matches are short and intense, fitting perfectly into quick play sessions, while still giving you that satisfying competitive rush. The game integrates smoothly with the broader Fortnite ecosystem, using your account, cosmetics, and progression, which is especially appealing if you already spend time in that world. With a focus on online multiplayer and constant updates, it is a fresh pick for players who want something fast, flashy, and social without leaving the Fortnite environment. Coming in at number 5, Virtua Racing brings a classic Sega arcade racer into a modern context, while still maintaining the pure, skill-based racing feel that made it iconic. The visuals use a clean, low-poly style that looks retro but sharp on the Switch, allowing the frame rate to stay smooth and the sense of speed to remain strong. The gameplay is built around learning tracks, mastering braking points, and handling corners without relying on gimmicks or power-ups, which makes every overtake feel earned. Multiple camera angles, including the famous cockpit and far chase views, give you flexibility in how you experience each race. Local multiplayer is a big highlight, letting several players compete on the same system and recreating that old-school arcade rivalry feeling in a living room setting. It is a great option if you want straightforward, no-nonsense racing that respects classic design while still playing well today.
Next, at number 6, Hotshot Racing channels the spirit of 90s arcade racers, with bright visuals, exaggerated drifting, and a focus on constantly staying at high speed. The game uses a stylized, low-poly art direction that makes everything look vibrant and readable, even when the action gets hectic. Drifting is at the core of the gameplay, and mastering it is essential to building boost, maintaining momentum, and defending your position against aggressive AI opponents. Each character and car has slightly different stats, encouraging experimentation until you find a combination that fits your driving style. Modes like Time Trial, Cops and Robbers, and Standard Grand Prix keep the experience varied, while the AI can be surprisingly challenging on higher difficulties. With both single-player and local or online multiplayer support, it offers plenty of replay value for players who miss the golden era of arcade racing, but still want something that feels smooth and modern.
At number 7, Fast RMX delivers intense futuristic racing with hovering vehicles, blistering speeds, and tracks that twist through sci-fi environments filled with hazards and narrow pathways. The game requires you to constantly switch between different boost colors to match boost pads on the track, adding a quick reaction element that keeps you fully engaged. Vehicle handling feels weighty yet responsive, rewarding players who learn each course layout and anticipate corners before they appear on screen. The visuals are sharp and fluid, with fast motion and detailed backgrounds that help sell the feeling of racing at extreme velocities. There are multiple cups, difficulty settings, and unlockable tracks, giving single-player fans a lot to work through before mastering everything. Split-screen multiplayer and additional modes make it a strong choice if you enjoy futuristic racers that emphasize reflexes, track knowledge, and pure speed over items and gimmicks.
For number 8, Retro Drive Revamped offers a stylish blend of nostalgic aesthetics and modern racing mechanics, giving you a fresh arcade experience that still feels familiar.
The game uses neon colors, synth-inspired soundtracks, and minimalistic car designs that evoke classic retro racing games, while updating the feel with smoother handling and more precise controls. Races often feature traffic, environmental obstacles, and tight corners that require quick lane changes and confident braking to avoid crashes. Progression typically involves unlocking new cars, cosmetic options, and more challenging tracks as you perform well, encouraging you to revisit routes to improve your performance. The balance between relaxed cruising and high-intensity near misses makes it approachable for casual players, but still satisfying for those chasing perfect runs. It is ideal if you enjoy the vibe of older racers, but do not want something that actually feels outdated or clunky to play.
Coming in at number 9, Rise Race the Future focuses on sleek, futuristic vehicles that handle like a hybrid between rally cars and hovercrafts, giving the driving model a unique and slightly floaty feel. Tracks mix asphalt, dirt, and water sections, forcing you to adapt to different grip levels while still maintaining smooth racing lines. The physics-driven handling means you must manage braking and throttle control carefully, especially during tight corners or elevation changes that can destabilize your car. Visually, the game leans on reflective surfaces, detailed vehicle models, and scenic backgrounds that give each track a distinct atmosphere. Races can be quite technical, rewarding patience and precision over reckless boosting, which appeals to players who like learning deeper mechanics. It offers a more grounded alternative to pure sci-fi hover racers, while still feeling different from traditional circuit racing games.
Finally, at number 10, Cruisin' Blast delivers loud, chaotic arcade racing, where realism takes a back seat to pure spectacle and non-stop action. The tracks are filled with wild set pieces, like collapsing buildings, giant creatures, and explosive events that transform the course as you race through it. Vehicles range from traditional sports cars to more ridiculous choices, giving the game a playful tone that never tries to take itself too seriously. Handling is intentionally simple, focusing on boosting, drifting, and basic steering, so that anyone can jump in and start having fun immediately. Races are short but packed with visual effects, shortcuts, and surprise moments that make each run feel like an amusement ride rather than a serious competition. It is especially enjoyable in local multiplayer, where all the on-screen chaos turns into laughter and friendly trash talk, making it a strong pick for party gaming sessions.
Kicking things off at number 1, we have Escape Academy, which delivers an exceptional escape room experience designed specifically for gaming platforms. This title features over 20 unique escape rooms, each presenting distinct themes ranging from college campus mysteries to complex puzzle laboratories. The game shines through its clever puzzle design that requires observation, logical thinking, and pattern recognition without relying on obscure solutions that frustrate players. What makes Escape Academy particularly engaging is its cooperative multiplayer mode, allowing 2 players to work together, solving puzzles simultaneously, whether playing locally or online. The difficulty curve progresses naturally, introducing new mechanics gradually, while maintaining accessibility for newcomers. Visual presentation remains clean and functional, ensuring puzzle elements stand out clearly against backgrounds. The timer system adds appropriate pressure without becoming overwhelming, and hence are available for those who get stuck, making it welcoming for various skill levels.
Moving into second place, we present We Were Here Forever, continuing the popular cooperative escape room series with enhanced production values. This installment requires 2 players working together through asymmetric puzzle solving, where each person sees different information and must communicate effectively to progress. The castle setting provides atmospheric medieval environments filled with intricate mechanisms, levers, and cryptic symbols that demand careful coordination between partners. What sets this game apart is how it forces genuine collaboration, as neither player can solve puzzles alone, creating authentic teamwork moments. The communication-based gameplay encourages creative problem-solving, as players describe what they see and work through solutions together. Production quality has improved significantly, with detailed environments and smooth performance on PS5. The puzzle variety keeps the experience fresh throughout the campaign, mixing mechanical contraptions with logic challenges and observation tasks that require both players staying engaged and actively participating. At number 3 comes Between Time Escape Room, offering a unique time manipulation concept within traditional escape room gameplay. Players navigate through different time periods, solving puzzles that affect past, present, and future versions of the same rooms. The temporal mechanics create fascinating puzzle opportunities, as actions in one time period influence what happens in another, requiring players to think across multiple timelines simultaneously.
This game stands out through its innovative approach to escape room conventions, using time travel as more than just aesthetic flavor. Puzzle design cleverly integrates the time-shifting mechanics, making them essential to solutions rather than gimmicks. The narrative connects time periods through an intriguing story that unfolds as players progress through challenges. Visual presentation clearly distinguishes different eras, helping players track which timeline they currently occupy. The difficulty balances accessibility with satisfying complexity, rewarding those who pay attention to details across temporal shifts. Fourth on our list, we explore the Experiment escape room, which centers around a mysterious scientific facility filled with dangerous tests. Players awaken in an unknown laboratory and must solve increasingly complex puzzles to escape while uncovering the dark secrets behind the experiments. The game excels at building tension through its oppressive atmosphere and unsettling environmental storytelling. Puzzle variety spans from circuit manipulation to chemical mixing and mechanical contraptions that feel grounded in the scientific setting. What makes this title compelling is how it weaves narrative progression into puzzle solving, with each completed room revealing more about the sinister experiment. The first-person perspective enhances immersion, allowing players to examine objects closely and interact with the environment naturally. Performance on PS5 remains smooth, with quick loading times between rooms. The difficulty scaling accommodates different player skills, with optional hints available without penalty, letting everyone experience the complete story.
Coming in at number 5, we have How to Escape, bringing asymmetric cooperative puzzle solving to 2 players. This game requires partners to split up and solve different parts of interconnected puzzles by sharing information verbally. The library mansion setting provides varied room themes, from ancient studies to modern laboratories, each presenting unique puzzle mechanics. What distinguishes How to Escape is its focus on communication as the primary gameplay mechanic, with players describing complex symbols, patterns, and mechanisms to their partner. The puzzle design prevents one player from dominating, as both sides need equal contribution to progress. Visual clarity helps players articulate what they see, reducing frustration from miscommunication. The game supports both local and online cooperative play, making it accessible regardless of whether players share physical space. Replayability exists through multiple difficulty modes and the satisfaction of improving coordination and communication efficiency with repeated playthroughs. At number 6, we present Zero Escape: The Nonary Games, bundling 2 excellent visual novel escape room hybrids. This collection includes 999 and Virtue's Last Reward, combining compelling narratives with challenging room escape puzzles. The games follow characters trapped in deadly games, where solving escape rooms determines survival. What makes this package special is how it merges traditional adventure game storytelling with puzzle room mechanics, creating a unique hybrid experience. The branching narratives feature multiple endings based on player choices and puzzle outcomes, encouraging repeated playthroughs. Puzzle rooms range from number-based logic challenges to spatial reasoning tasks and mechanical puzzles that demand careful observation. The narrative hooks players through mysterious conspiracies and character-driven drama that unfolds between escape sequences. Updated visuals for PS5 improve the original presentations while maintaining the distinctive art style. The complex plot twists and philosophical themes elevate the experience beyond simple puzzle solving. 7th up comes The Room VR, A Dark Matter, translating the acclaimed mobile puzzle series into virtual reality. This entry maintains the signature intricate puzzle box mechanics while expanding them into full room-scale environments. Players investigate a missing detective's case by exploring 4 distinct locations filled with mysterious objects and ancient artifacts. The game showcases impressive attention to detail in its puzzle construction, with satisfyingly tactile interactions that take advantage of VR capabilities. What makes this particularly engaging is how physical manipulation feels natural and intuitive as players rotate objects, examine them closely, and discover hidden mechanisms. The atmospheric presentation builds tension through excellent sound design and Gothic Victorian aesthetics. Puzzle complexity increases steadily, introducing new mechanics without overwhelming players. The narrative unfolds through environmental storytelling and occasional notes, providing context for the strange occurrences. While requiring PSVR hardware, the investment pays off through one of the platform's most polished puzzle experiences. At number 8, we feature Mad Experiments Escape Room, delivering physics-based puzzle challenges within a mad scientist laboratory theme.
Players navigate through rooms filled with experimental equipment and must manipulate objects using realistic physics to solve environmental puzzles. The game emphasizes trial and error experimentation, encouraging players to test different approaches until finding solutions. What sets this apart is the physics simulation that creates emergent solutions, allowing creative problem solving beyond intended methods. The laboratory setting justifies the presence of strange contraptions and unusual puzzle mechanics. Visual feedback clearly indicates interactive objects, and the physics respond predictably once players understand the systems. Difficulty comes from figuring out how to combine objects and mechanisms, rather than from obtuse puzzle logic. The campaign length provides several hours of content across multiple themed laboratory sections, each introducing new equipment types and puzzle variations.
Moving to number 9, we have Escape Simulator, bringing user-generated content possibilities to the escape room genre. The base game includes numerous professionally designed escape rooms across different themes, from ancient Egypt to space stations. What makes Escape Simulator particularly valuable is its robust creation tools, allowing players to design and share custom escape rooms. The community-generated content significantly extends replay value, with constantly updated new rooms to experience. Puzzle variety spans traditional escape room fare, including hidden object searches, combination locks, pattern matching, and sequential unlocking challenges. The first-person exploration feels smooth on PS5, with intuitive controls for examining and manipulating objects. Graphics maintain clean, functional aesthetics, ensuring puzzle elements remain clearly visible. Both solo and cooperative multiplayer modes accommodate different play preferences. The ability to browse and play community creations provides virtually unlimited content beyond the included official rooms, making it excellent value. Rounding out our list at number 10, Blueprints offers a unique twist on escape room conventions through time loop mechanics. Players relive the same sequence repeatedly, using knowledge gained from previous attempts to progress further each cycle. The puzzle design cleverly uses the time loop concept, requiring players to set up future loops by performing specific actions in earlier iterations. What makes this compelling is how it transforms traditional escape room puzzle solving into a strategic planning challenge. The fantasy setting provides visual variety across different areas of a mysterious mansion. Puzzle solutions often span multiple loops, creating satisfying moments when carefully planned actions finally pay off. The narrative slowly reveals itself through accumulated knowledge across loops, providing motivation to continue experimenting. Performance remains stable throughout, with quick loop resets maintaining gameplay flow. The difficulty appeals to players who enjoy methodical problem solving and don't mind repeated attempts to perfect their approach.
Taking the top spot is Tekken 8, the latest installment in the legendary fighting game franchise that pushes the PS5 hardware to its absolute limits with stunning visuals and smooth gameplay. The game features a robust roster of returning favorites and new characters, each with deep move lists and unique fighting styles that cater to different playstyles. The Heat system adds a new offensive mechanic that rewards aggressive play and creates exciting comeback opportunities during intense matches. Story mode delivers a cinematic experience with high-quality cutscenes and dramatic fights that conclude the Mishima saga in spectacular fashion. Online play is enhanced with rollback netcode, ensuring smooth matches regardless of connection quality, and the ranked mode provides a competitive ladder for serious players. Training mode offers comprehensive tools to practice combos and learn frame data, while the customization options let you personalize characters with various cosmetic items. The PS5 version takes full advantage of DualSense features, with haptic feedback that makes every punch and kick feel impactful, creating an immersive fighting experience.
Coming in second is Street Fighter 6, a revolutionary entry that modernizes the classic franchise while maintaining the strategic depth that veterans love. The drive system unifies multiple mechanics under one resource gauge, encouraging thoughtful decision-making about when to use parries, dash cancels, or devastating drive impacts. World Tour Node introduces an open-world single-player campaign where you create a custom fighter and learn techniques from classic Street Fighter characters scattered across Metro City. The art style blends realistic graphics with expressive animations, and the soundtrack mixes hip-hop and electronic music, creating a fresh, contemporary vibe. Battle Hub serves as a social space where players can meet, challenge others, play arcade games, and participate in tournaments. Modern controls lower the barrier to entry for newcomers, while classic controls satisfy traditionalists, ensuring accessibility without compromising competitive integrity. Commentary feature adds another layer of immersion, and the robust character creator lets you design unique fighters with extensive customization options, making this the most complete Street Fighter package ever released.
Third on our list is Mortal Kombat 1, a timeline reboot that reimagines classic characters and delivers the brutal, satisfying combat the series is known for, with next-gen polish. The Kameo system introduces assist fighters who can be called during matches to extend combos, provide defensive options, or create unique setups, adding strategic depth. Story mode features a multiverse narrative, with Liu Kang reshaping reality, resulting in familiar characters with new backgrounds and relationships that longtime fans will find intriguing. Fatalities are more creative and graphically intense than ever, showcasing what the PS5 can render in terms of gore and detail. The roster balances returning favorites with redesigned versions, creating fresh takes on beloved characters while maintaining their core identities. Invasions mode replaces the crypt with a board game-style single-player experience, featuring battles, challenges, and unlockables. Online functionality includes cross-play support, expanding the player pool and ensuring quick matchmaking. The game maintains the series' trademark accessibility with easy-to-execute special moves, while offering depth for competitive players through frame data and advanced techniques.
Moving forward with Guilty Gear Strive, an anime fighter that combines breathtaking visuals with accessible gameplay mechanics that welcome newcomers without alienating hardcore fans. The game features hand-drawn 3D character models that look like animated artwork in motion, with dramatic camera angles and spectacular special moves that fill the screen with effects. The simplified input system and reduced Gatling options make execution more forgiving compared to previous Guilty Gear games, while maintaining strategic depth through the roam and cancel system. Each character plays dramatically differently, from rushdown specialists to zoners and grapplers, ensuring varied matchups and encouraging players to experiment with the roster. Story mode presents itself as an interactive anime movie with hours of cutscenes that conclude the ongoing narrative threads. Online lobbies use pixel art avatars in customizable rooms, and the rollback netcode ensures competitive matches feel responsive. The soundtrack features heavy metal tracks that perfectly complement the intense action, and the PS5 version runs at silky smooth frame rates with virtually no loading times between matches.
Next up is Dragon Ball FighterZ, a tag team fighter that perfectly captures the anime aesthetic and delivers fast-paced 3 versus 3 battles with explosive visuals. The game faithfully recreates signature techniques and transformations from the Dragon Ball series, with cinematic super moves that look spectacular on PS5. The auto-combo system lets casual players perform flashy sequences, while the underlying mechanics provide depth for competitive players through manual combos, assist calls, and team synergy. The roster spans multiple Dragon Ball sagas, featuring fan-favorite characters from Goku and Vegeta to more obscure picks that appeal to hardcore fans. Story mode includes an original narrative with RPG elements, where you build teams and progress through an overworld map, fighting battles along the way. The 3 versus 3 format creates dynamic matches, where team composition and assist selection dramatically impact strategy. Online features include ranked matches, casual lobbies, and the game maintains an active competitive scene. Arc System Works' signature 2.5D art style makes every character look like they jumped straight out of the anime, and the game remains one of the most visually impressive fighters available.
Continuing with Grand Blue Fantasy vs. Rising, an enhanced version that expands the original with new characters, mechanics, and quality of life improvements. The game bridges the gap between traditional fighters and RPG fans by incorporating cooldown-based special moves alongside standard fighting game inputs. Characters from the Grand Blue Fantasy mobile game are beautifully rendered in 3D, with unique movesets that reflect their abilities from the source material. The Raging Strike system adds new offensive and defensive options that create exciting momentum shifts during matches. Grand Bruise mode introduces a beat-em-up style experience, where you fight through waves of enemies, collect loot, and level up your characters, providing a casual alternative to Versus mode. The art direction maintains the fantasy aesthetic, with detailed character designs, beautiful stages, and impressive visual effects during ultimate attacks. Rollback netcode ensures smooth online play, and cross-play support connects PlayStation and PC players, expanding the matchmaking pool significantly, making it easier to find opponents at any skill level.
Following that is the King of Fighters 15, the latest entry in SNK's legendary team-based fighting series, featuring refined gameplay and impressive visual upgrades.
The 3 versus 3 format requires strategic team building as you select characters based on synergy, order, and individual strengths, creating depth before matches even begin. The Shatter Strike system adds a new defensive mechanic that lets players escape pressure situations at the cost of meter, encouraging thoughtful resource management. Character roster includes series veterans and newcomers with diverse fighting styles, from grapplers and zoners to rushdown specialists, ensuring variety. The game features a story mode that continues the ongoing narrative with cutscenes and battles, plus a mission mode that teaches fundamentals through challenges. Online lobbies use DJ Station, where you can customize rooms with unlockable music tracks from SNK's extensive game library. The simplified max mode mechanics make the game more accessible than previous entries, while maintaining execution requirements for optimal play. Rollback netcode implementation improves online experience significantly, and the game receives regular updates with new characters and balance adjustments, keeping the meta fresh.
Getting near the end with DNF Duel, a fast-paced fighter based on the Dungeon and Fighter universe that emphasizes aggressive gameplay and spectacular abilities. The conversion system replaces traditional health bars with white health that can be recovered by landing hits, encouraging constant offense and comebacks. Each character represents a different class from the original game, with movesets that incorporate MMO-style abilities translated into fighting game mechanics. The simplified input system uses directional plus button combinations, making special moves accessible, while the MP management system adds resource considerations. Visually, the game impresses with vibrant colors, explosive effects, and smooth animations that showcase character personalities and fighting styles. Guard cancel and reversal options provide defensive tools, but the game clearly favors aggressive play with its mechanics and pacing. Story mode explores character backgrounds and relationships within the Dungeon and Fighter lore, though the narrative takes a backseat to the action. Online play benefits from solid netcode, and the game attracts both traditional fighting game players and fans of the source material, creating a diverse player base with different skill levels and playstyles.
Nearly finished with Soul Calibur 6, a weapons-based fighter that emphasizes 8-way movement and strategic combat with swords, spears, and other armaments. The Reversal Edge system introduces a rock-paper-scissors mechanic that slows down action and rewards reads, creating dramatic moments where players must predict opponent choices. Soul Charge returns, allowing characters to power up temporarily and access enhanced moves that can turn the tide of battle when used strategically. The character creation mode is incredibly deep, letting you customize fighters with various equipment pieces, weapons, and fighting styles, then take them online or into single-player modes. Story mode splits between 2 campaigns, with Libra of Soul offering an RPG-style adventure where you create a custom character, and Soul Chronicle following the main narrative. The diverse roster includes series veterans and guest characters from other franchises, adding variety to matchups. Stage interactions and ringouts add environmental considerations, making positioning as important as frame advantage. The game runs beautifully on PS5, with detailed character models, realistic weapon physics, and ornate stages that showcase different historical and fantasy settings, creating visual spectacle alongside solid fighting mechanics.
Wrapping up our list with Under Night in Birth 2 Sis Celis, a highly technical anime fighter that rewards execution and system mastery with incredible combo potential. The GRD system creates a tug-of-war for meter advantage, as players build grind grid through offensive and defensive actions, then cash it for powerful Vorpal state benefits. Character designs blend modern anime aesthetics with unique fighting styles, ranging from sword users to hand-to-hand specialists, each requiring different execution levels and strategies. The game features extensive tutorial modes that break down complex systems into understandable lessons, making the steep learning curve more manageable for dedicated players. Combo routes are long and creative, allowing skilled players to express themselves through flashy sequences that deal massive damage when executed perfectly. Chronicle mode presents the story through visual novel segments, with occasional fights providing context for the ongoing conflict between factions. While the game caters primarily to hardcore fighting game enthusiasts who appreciate execution barriers and system depth, it offers enough tools for determined newcomers to improve. The sprite-based graphics maintain a classic arcade aesthetic with smooth animations, and the netcode ensures competitive online matches remain playable, despite the game demanding precise timing for optimal play.